What up, family? How's everybody doing today? Blessed, highly favored, and loved, right? What's the goal for the day? What's the goal of every day? Get somebody to smile. Seriously, y'all. I tend to run into a lot more people that's smiling. And that's it. Just brightens up the moment. Could brighten up the day. You never know. Again, we never know what the next person is going through. This is why we need to have a kind heart. And remember that we all been through something. And we're still going through things. That's life. We're here to learn. To have an experience. I gotta understand this, man. It's so spiritual. It's not about the cars you drive and the house you have, how many rooms you got, what kind of bag you got. None of that really matters. It does in this matrix. It's good to have, so you don't have no worries, because you need to survive, but that's it. I had the nice car. Yo, I had an SRT8, right? Cherokee. Badass car. SUV. But that motherfucker was a gas guzzler. Man, you know, the power, everything felt good on that bitch. But it wasn't worth it. And at that time in my life, it was more, I was doing it for other people. You know, trying to show off in a way. You know, just stand out. But I noticed over time, it wasn't worth it. And I was hurting myself more than anything. Trying to keep up with that car, the maintenance. It's a racing edition, so I mean, even the gas alone, I got like 8 miles a gallon. It was terrible. I ain't want to drive no fucking way. For what? I got more attraction from police than I did from women. So it didn't even matter. That's what I'm saying. As long as you can get to A to B, that's all that matters. Y'all gotta understand, man. We take things for granted. It's the little things, man, that count. As long as you can get there, that's all that fucking matters. I'm telling y'all, man. I gotta get y'all mind right. Start meditating more. Get to stretching. That's what I'm doing. Working on my breathing. And stretch. I just ran into a guy in the gym. 73. Man, he looked awesome. He was moving. He downstairs right now. Trying to find some weights to pump. Man, I love it. I'm telling you, man, I look up to people like that. My time is coming. I need to be able to move around just like that. Can't rely on nobody else. A lot of people act like they're there for you. They're really not. That's why you gotta test people. Test their faith. See who they really worship, you know? What God do you really serve is the question. Ask people that. I serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, the God of Israel. Israel. You gotta ask people that, because a lot of people don't know. They just say, I serve a God, and they know nothing. This world we live in, man. Everybody got short attention spans now. You can't learn nothing. It got to be in 16 seconds or 60 seconds. That's sad. You're not even training your brain to learn. That's the problem, y'all. Y'all don't understand what's going on in this world. They don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you tapping in. They don't want you to know your powers, man. A lot of y'all need to meditate more so you can figure that out. Get closer to the God. Get closer to the Most High Yah. Learn how to fasten. Start working on yourself, your soul. That's what it's about. A lot of y'all soulless. How you soulless and claiming you know what love is, but you soulless? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. That shit don't make no damn sense. Seriously. Women, y'all got to understand, y'all need to tap more in to yourself. Tap more into learning about men. That's what y'all really need to do, because a lot of y'all know nothing about a man. Y'all choose not to. That's that demon in y'all. Y'all gotta break that, man. Start learning more about a man. Then you won't be so surprised. And just know there is a difference. You're not a man. We are different. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all just don't understand. This is spiritual warfare. A lot of y'all is messed up spiritually. And y'all continue to do things to keep that going instead of actually making changes. Changing who you are so that you can be a better you every day. That should be the goal for everybody. Because with that alone comes goodness. It'll come back to you. But if you're being selfish, and it's just not going to get you far. And if it does, you're doing it the wrong way anyway. So it will catch up to you one way or another. Well, I've encountering so many people over the past few days, I actually came across somebody that was actually like-minded, just like me. It was amazing. Had a good conversation, talking. But that's all I can be. I was there to learn just as well as she was. I learned a lot. But also let me know that there are like-minded people out there. It's just hard to find. And a lot of people, and especially women, don't understand that. And being unequally yoked, that's very important. I didn't understand that before because I wasn't at that understanding in my life. Not yet. But I am now, So things are different. I see things differently. I'm more connected spiritually. And I tell people this. It bothers me when people say, God wasn't there for them. Why God let this and that happen. Y'all got to understand. The God that was here was a jealous God. He wasn't happy, joy. He was cutthroat. You gotta understand that. So stop acting like, goodness is supposed to be there and he's supposed to protect you every time. And I tell people, a lot of us miss the signs because we're not connected spiritually. We don't see when he's actually talking to us and trying to guide us or protect us. It's our own ignorance. So we choose not to learn, know who we are, and start really connecting to this world spiritually. Start paying attention to the universe. Don't be so naive and closed-minded. Please don't be closed-minded, man. You got so much to learn. And that's what I had to tell this young lady. Man, you got so much to learn. But if you ain't getting taught this, how could you know? And a lot of y'all dealing with men that's not teaching y'all nothing. We have a purpose in this life. So hard to find righteous people. But you got to be aware when you come across a righteous man in your life. Someone that's actually trying to teach you something and guide you. While you looking at things in a narcissistic way, that man is really helping you. And I'm a living testimony of that. I love helping people out. I have such a big heart that it's a curse a lot of times because people tend to use that and take it to their advantage. But I had to learn how people operate so that I can protect myself. A lot of women, y'all need to learn how men operate and understand a real man from a Pookie and a Ray Ray. Understand there are righteous men out there that want to do right. But y'all got to do your part as well. Understand this generational curse that we live in. Stop being selfish. You don't own a man. He's not bound to just be with you. God didn't intend that for us. We don't have a nutsack for no reason. We don't have life in us. God don't have life in y'all. We put life in y'all. Our seed. But y'all gotta be at that understanding. When you are at that understanding and you find you're a righteous man, also understand who you dealing with. That's very important. This man might only want just you. And that's fine. But there might be a point in his life down the line where that might change. And you need to be at that understanding. That's where y'all fall off because y'all act so immature. And when a man do step out, y'all consider that cheating. When you really been cheating on that man. Because a lot of y'all are selfish. You put yourself first. No, you put that man first. I don't care what he is. He need to be taught. And this is the problem. Us men wasn't taught this. It was the opposite. Putting women first. That's a lie. That is a big lie.